In this video, we'll take a look at the different ways that VisualStudio.net provides feedback as we type lines of code in the code area. Many times you're typing code, you'll forget all of the properties and methods, the correct spelling, the correct capitalization in the case of C#, all of the parameters that might be necessary for a given function. And what Visual Studio does is provide you little pop-up help windows in real time as you're in the code window and typing away that make it a lot more intuitive, and this is called IntelliSense. There are about 3 or 4 features that are all wrapped up into this IntelliSense feature, and we're going to look at each of those right now. Additionally, there's a new feature called Dynamic Help that also we'll discuss and show you a little bit more of in just a moment. The first feature of IntelliSense that we'll look at is using the list members pop-up. What I'll do is type in the name of an object that I want to use, and then I'll select the period in order to access its properties and methods. And when I do, a list members pop-up box appears, and it shows all of the members, the methods and properties that are available for that given object. How do you know a method from a property? Well, the methods will have little red boxes, as you can see at the top, and properties will have a little finger pointing to a box, like you see at the bottom of the current list member pop-up box that's appeared. Now, what I can do is use the up and down arrow keys to select a method or a property, and it will scroll down, or I can scroll up, again using the up and down arrow keys. And when I settle on one for just a moment, off to the right-hand side appears a little snippet of help that explains what that method or what that property is used for. Additionally, I can navigate straight to the method or property that I'm looking for by typing the beginning letters of that method or property. For example, I want to do the response.write method, so now I'm going to click the W key, and when I do, notice that the list members pop-up box drops all the way down to the right method. And if there were several that came before the right method alphabetically but started with the letter W, I may have to type a few more characters to get to that particular entry. Now, what I can do to use another feature of IntelliSense called the Compleat info feature is merely type the next logical character that would appear. That could be a space, that could be another period if it were a child object. It could be an open paren, which in this case, since the right is a method, I'm going to use the open paren, and this is when we'll see yet another feature of IntelliSense, which is the parameter info. Notice as I did that you see a little cream-colored window appear, and it tells us that there are 1 of 4 right. Now, what does this mean? In .NET, you have overloaded functions, so the right method has been overloaded 4 times to accept different parameters. To view other versions of the parameter information, I can use the up and down arrow to take a look. In this case, it accepts an object. In this case, it accepts a char. And in this case, it selects several different values. And this is a good point to make another observation. Notice that the input parameters to this given function, and there's 3 input parameters as I type, given, in this case, if this were a char object that I'm passing in, and select the comma to go to the next parameter in this method, it would highlight the next parameter and also provide information about that parameter. But in this case, I just want to use the string value, and I'll just type in anything here and finish the statement. The final feature of IntelliSense that we'll discuss is the quick info feature. When I use my mouse cursor and mouse over an object or in this case a method, or in the case of a property, it will give me a very quick snippet of the use of that particular object, method, or property. In this case, public sub write as a string. In this case, public read only property, and so on. You can also use this as well, the quick info, to move over region areas that are hidden code or rolled up code. And when I do that, you can see everything within that region. So this concludes our video about using IntelliSense within the code window. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much.